Hello, my fellow eager beavers. Here's another video, an instructional video, on how to set up your UCI email and calendar on Outlook. A couple of clarifications before I begin. The UCI calendar I speak of is your personal calendar. If you watched the video on how to set up your iPad mail application with your UCI email, I briefly mentioned that you can turn on that calendar switch and use that calendar as your personal calendar. Same idea here. You can set up UCI email on your computer and then also use that calendar for your personal calendar. The class calendar that's on Merlin, that's a different thing, and I'll also show you how to set that up. So two different things: UCI email plus personal calendar, and your UCI class calendar that comes from Merlin. So that's what we're going to cover in this video. And I'm going to use Outlook to set this up. Most people have some form of Microsoft Office suite or whatever it is with Word and Excel and PowerPoint and whatnot. So if you have Outlook, you're ready to go. Other programs that you could use are Thunderbird, which is from Mozilla, the same company that makes Firefox, and there are a couple other ones out there. But the downside is that Thunderbird doesn't work very well with Microsoft Exchange, which is the way our UCI emails are set up. So the best thing is to use Outlook, and for the most part, it's a pretty good program. I've been using it for the past year and a half now, and I like it a lot. So here we go. What you're going to do first is open up Outlook. So you can just click here, and if this is the first time you're opening up Outlook, it's going to want you to kind of walk through this guide on setting up your email and everything. You can follow it, but you can just hit cancel on that and still open up Outlook, and you'll see this screen, and just follow my instructions from here on out. Okay, so first what we're going to do is we're going to go on to File at the left corner here, and then hit Add Account. And it's going to ask us for some basic information, your name, there it is, my email address. And again, like we did in the iPad, on the iPad for the mail app, you want to use your email, the beginning part at hs.uci.edu. I think it just makes it easier for Outlook to figure out the settings. And then you want to hit the password, type the password in. Which I'm doing as we speak. Yeah, I know, I'm a fast typer. And then you're going to hit next, and it's automatically going to search for the settings and figure them out for you. Alright, your email account is successfully configured, the magic words, and we're going to hit finish. You must restart Outlook for these changes to take effect. That's fine, I can do that. Okay, so and like Outlook wanted, we're going to restart it, so I just hit the X to close it. And I'm going to open up Outlook again. And the first time you open Outlook after setting it up, it might take a little bit longer than it normally will, just because it's setting it up. Usually it's pretty fast to open. So here's Outlook. And there are my emails. My UCI email is set up, and my folders are as what I have. And there's my UCI email. What does this say? Newsflash. So yeah, if you guys are worried about reduced battery performance on the implantable infusion pump, be careful. So yeah, like I said, there's my email. And the cool thing about this is because UCI email is tied to its own personal calendar, it also syncs the calendar for you. So here is my personal calendar, and you can see all of it in it. What's nice is that this allows you to have one calendar on all your different devices. So if you set up your iPad and your iPhone using the video we made, and then flip that calendar switch on, your personal calendar is your UCI email calendar, and that's the same one here. So if I make an event here, which I made earlier when I was recording this video, this is not my first time. I've tried a couple of times and made a few mistakes, so I had to re-record. But in one of those times, I created a fake event called an Outlook demo. So I made it on my computer, and then when I checked my iPad or my iPhone, the event was there. So basically, what happens is You make an event here. Outlook talks to the UCI servers, lets it know that there's an event at 2 o'clock on Wednesday afternoon, and then every device that has the UCI calendar set up on it will get that event, and it'll show up on the calendar on that device. Hope that made sense. Sorry if it didn't. Email me if you have questions. So yeah, your email is set up, your UCI email, and so is your personal calendar. Okay? That's that. What I want to show you now is how to access it if you don't have your laptop, your iPhone's out of battery, and you forgot your iPad at home. Because those are the devices you would have your email and calendar set up on. So if you don't have those devices with you, you can still go online and check your email, UCI email, and also your calendar, your personal calendar. Most of you know how to do this, but let me just quickly show you. I'm going to go to Merlin first. And then medical school websites, HS webmail, type in your login information, hit log on, and there it is, my email. And then see right here, calendar, and also down here, I can click that and I can see my personal calendar. And there's that Outlook demo event I made earlier. So you can always check it on the go if you don't have your devices, your phone, iPad, or your laptop. So it just makes it really nice and convenient to have one calendar that automatically syncs with all the other devices without having to plug it in and syncing with iTunes or whatever you may be doing right now. So this is a nice alternative. So that's part one. Part two is setting up your class calendar. Like I said earlier, this is your personal UCI calendar. Now the class UCI calendar is a little bit different. Fairly easy though. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to Merlin and see the MS2 iCal link. Right click on it. Copy shortcut. Go back to Outlook, File, Add Account. You know what? I'm not going to add an account. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to File, and what's the best way to access this? No, probably Account Settings, and then hit Account Settings again. And then on here, on the box that pops up, the Account Settings box, you'll see an Internet Calendar on there. Now, I already, tried it before, so it's there, but I'm just going to delete it for the time being. So yours will look something like this, nothing set up. Hit New, and right click. Well, it won't let you right click, so use the Control V or whatever shortcut works on your computer, probably Control V because this is for a PC. No need for Apple V. So Control V and hit Add. And I'll ask you folder name Merlin iCal, that's fine. Hit OK. And close. And let's restart Outlook. And it's asking us to sign in. So username is this, password is this. Remember my credentials, hit OK. Oh, didn't work. I'm glad it came up now because you might run into the same problem. I think the thing is that you have to type in HS / your UCI net ID or your whatever your Merlin login is, and then your password, and remember credentials. Hit OK. That worked. Good. So now we're going to go to calendar, and there's Merlin iCal. That's the one we selected. So I'm going to hit Merlin iCal, and there is my class schedule. So this is our class schedule. Little trick, you can, instead of having two separate calendars like these, you can hit this button and it'll put them all in one calendar. So your personal events, which are in blue here, and then your class is in green. I think you can change the colors if you want. I think it's just right click color, and then my favorite color, pink. Where is it? This looks like pink. There it is. Beautiful. Purplish, pink, whatever. So that's how you do it. I think this is just an anomaly from when I was playing around with it earlier to figure out how I'm going to explain it. But the Merlin iCal is what you want to select. So that's how you do it. Blue is my personal calendar, my UCI email calendar, if you will. And the Merlin iCal is what we copied and pasted from Merlin for the class calendar. And this one should refresh automatically. So if they make changes on Merlin, they should the calendar on your Outlook should reflect